lots of attack at both ends. Into a body, penalty corner, and that's the right decision because the player was stopping a shot on goal. The deflection by Bitter. That's a beautiful move too, look. Great deflection up into the body. If it hadn't been going towards the goal, it would have been a free hit to the defender for dangerous play. But because it was a shot on goal, if you're in the way, it's your bad luck in this game.
Did you hear that pig flying past? A declaration which contravenes at least 2 of the rules of hockey. I assume that the commentator, and I can't remember his name offhand, got that information during the coach's briefing, which he probably would have attended. The umpire manager at the 208 Olympics, in which this incident occurred, was Peter von Reth. So Peter von Reth seems to have invented an interpretation, as he likes to call it, a pure invention, that a shot at the goal could not be dangerous play. Total nonsense. This is Mr. Gribble. Mr. Gribble was the umpire manager at the 2016 Rio Olympics. He comes up with an invention which is a subtle version of the same thing.
The fact that both attackers and defenders had to take evasive action shows that these players should be protected by the danger rule, and a free hit to the defence is appropriate.
The point being made there was that attackers were also endangered, and therefore the ball ought to be penalised for dangerous play. But in 2019, the FIH Rules Committee said that only opponents were endangered by a lifted ball. So Mr. Gribble's reasoning, which was a crock anyway, flies out the window.
Or in this example, where a reverse hit actually is off the mark and actually dangerous to the defenders just in front of the goal.
Of course, a defender choosing to stand on the goal line and occupy an area which is in fact the goalie's domain could not expect to have the same degree of protection.
The reappearance of the flying pig. Why, of course, why should a defender not have the protection of the rules because they're in the goal? There are no grounds in rule for making that assertion at all. In fact, it is contrary to rule. But, contrary to a circular produced by the FIH executive in 2002 and sent to all national associations, umpire managers seem to think that they have the authority to issue interpretation and even rule. They do not have this authority. Their task is to ensure that the rules published by the FIH Rules Committee are followed fairly.